Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Bridle alongside Dan Hermsmeyer. Coach, a couple of weeks ago, you were telling us you thought things were going to start to make an upswing. Things were coming along. And last week when we talked, your scores have went up a little bit. But this past weekend when you had to face TCU and Nebraska, big jump. You had to really be happy with those results.
Yeah, I was. The team was really pleased with the whole road trip as a whole. Some really good scores, performances, starting to finally see that stuff carry over from training. All the good scores and effort they've been doing in training have finally been starting to carry over.
The team did well. Any individuals that stuck out to you this weekend?
A lot of them. I mean, both of our freshmen really contributed each day, being on the counting teams. Leighton had career high. Aragon, McKinnon, Haley, Adriana, most of the people on the counting team had really good scores. Levi had a really good small bore score the first day, so yeah, some really good performances.
Made a nice jump at the polls. You go to 18 to 8. And for those who don't follow in depth, not so much built on quote unquote wins losses. It's your scores in there that help you make the jump in the rankings. So a 10-point move is really good. Yeah,
that was really good to see. I think it adds a little bit of motivation to the team, kind of gets their spirits up a little bit. But, season is not even halfway done yet, so a lot more opportunities to get those other good scores that we need to qualify for championships in March. So.
Do you see the team making the adjustment? Because it's an adjustment for not just a new coach, but you're coming back here and you're with new athletes and different training techniques and things run a little bit different. Is it just now the adjustment starting to kind of set in?
Yeah, I think all the changes we're making, I knew from the beginning they would take a little while before we could start to see the results.
Right.
And hopefully this is kind of that upswing that we're going to see now and kind of use the rest of our matches to our advantage and really perform well at those from working hard in practice.
Tell me a little bit about the techniques, about the training regiment you guys have.
Well, it's becoming not so much score-based in training. In the past, I know it's kind of gravitated towards, focusing on just your scores in practice. And it's been now more of kind of an open, kind of free-flowing training time where they go in and they have specific goals of things they want to work on and improve each day. And they can, hold each other accountable and work on those each day and then have something concrete that they complete at the end of the day and at the end of the week. And they have a record of that going into the match where they can kind of look back and say, okay, I did this, this, and this last week instead of just I shot these scores, but I don't really know why I did well or why I did bad. So,
Coach, you're going to have a little time off to your next match, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Go more in depth about West Virginia next week, but how do you play a long break like this between how much do you train, how much recovery, especially mental recovery, do they get there?
It's a good question. We started off slow yesterday. We got back late Sunday night, so again, a little bit of a later morning on Monday, and we had a really good team meeting on Monday to kind of go over what happened and why we did so well so that hopefully we can do it again. But yeah, still working hard these next 2 weeks, I guess, before West Virginia. That'll be a really good test of our abilities to carry over training to matches over the next 2 weeks. And they're obviously a really good team, so it'll be a really good test for us.
That'll be exciting because you mentioned they're not just a really good team; they're a national power and rival, and you spent a little time there, so that'll be kind of neat for you as well.
Yeah, that'll be a really good match. I'm glad that my first year as a coach, we can have our last home match be against West Virginia. I think that'll be a really good test, and hopefully we can do really well. Like you said before, it's not really about wins and losses, but more about getting those high scores throughout the season.
All right, Coach, sounds good. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That is Dan Hermsmeyer. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.